All right, Shalom. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, get into this quick lesson here and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. All right, and that's what came to mind as I saw these two video clips here we're going to play in a second. All right, just quoting the scripture from Daniel 7th chapter. Matter of fact, we'll just read that, open up with that. Okay, let's go there real fast. All right, so this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 25. And it reads, Daniel 7 and 25, it says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High." All right, and this is what Esau has done. All right, he's done that through his different laws, decrees that he's established throughout the earth. He's done that through his so-called, science, pseudoscience, where they remove the Most High out of the picture. All right, they speak about, flaws in his creation, things like that. This is how he speaks great words against the Most High. He exalts, his pseudoscience over the Lord. He puts himself up as God. Anyway, Daniel 7 and 25. "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High." All right? And the saints of the Lord, the saints of Yahweh Shem Shai, are worn out in this captivity, man. All right? We're beat the hell down as a nation, man. All right? Daily vexation. Okay? Everything that we endure as a nation in this society, "And shall wear out the saints in the Most High, and think to change times and laws." And he's literally done that. Okay, we're at the point now where we've been speaking about how 24 hours is not even 24 hours anymore. All right, there's videos that have been speaking about that. Now, time is speeding up. Now the days are like 18 hours now, 19 hours, things like that. He's changed seasons. Daylight savings, and this man's messing with nature and shit. Okay, it says, "And think to change times and laws, and they should be given into his hand until a time." All right, and that time is 100 years. And it says, "In times," which is 200 years, "and the dividing of time," which is 50 years. All right, going back to pretty much the prophecy of us being in captivity, slavery. All right, at 350 years. All right, 1619, 1620 to pretty much the 1960s. All right, 1970s. All right, that 350-year period of us being in that dry bone position. Okay, being spiritually dead. All right, so that prophecy being fulfilled: Ezekiel 37, Isaiah 44, Revelation 11. Verses 8 on down. Spirit of life enter back into them. All right, and great fear fell upon them, fell upon those that saw them, going into the other nations, right? But I just want to real quick, as we bring out that definition of where it says he shall wear out the saints in the Most High. Let's get that too, and then we'll get into the video. It's like a quick 4-minute video, 2 clips I put together, just thinking about some scriptures to bring out here, right? Excuse me. So let's get that in Daniel 7 and 25 real quick. In that word, he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Okay, and it's raining out here too, so hopefully it's not too loud. All right, but anyway, all right, we in the car right now, so bear with me. All right, so let's go to Daniel 7 and 25, and we're going to get that word for wear out. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? Bear with me, I'm getting it on my phone here. Let me read that in the NLT real quick as well. Daniel 7:25 in the NLT, it says he will defy the Most High, right? And who was he? Esau, Edom. He would defy the Most High and oppress the holy people of the Most High. He will try to change their sacred festivals and laws, and they will be placed under his control for a times and half a time, and that's heavy too. All right, we would be placed under his control for a period of time. All right, because that time, that season is pretty much up. All right, we're approaching, as we've been talking about, our release date, man. We're soon to be released from this captivity, from this prison, man. So his time is up, right? But anyway, right? Get that word for wear out. Bear with me. And he should wear out the saints of the Most High. It says that word for wear out. It says to wear to wear away, to wear out. It says to harass constantly. All right, and this is as a nation. All right, this is what we endure constantly, harassment. All right, the hell that we go through, man. Okay, this is what the scriptures are talking about, man. And this is happening here in Babylon the Great specifically. All right, going back to the curses, right? But anyway, let's get into the video. All right, just making a couple of points. All right, because that's why we need rest. All right, let's get into it here. Let me see if it'll play. Bear with me 1 second. All right, we got it moving, but where's the sound? Hold on. Let's see if we can get some sound there. All right, here we go. I'm getting the sound right. Bear with me 1 second. All right, that should work. So let's start that back over. All right.
White people love to sit here and run with this fucking whole black on black crime narrative shit, but it's never white on white crime. It's never white on women crime. It's never white on kids crime. We know how y'all be with them damn kids. It's never white on black crime. It's literally black and brown people being hunted right now. And they always have been. By the police, by these ICE agents. There are underage girls that are detained right now, coming up pregnant. Black people are being found hanging from motherfucking trees in 2026. But when it does come to the whole like black on black crime thing, black people, y'all have to realize that when you are beefing with each other, that's what they want. Like, that's literally what they want. They hate to see y'all supporting each other. They hate to see y'all having a good time. They hate to see y'all educating yourselves. They hate to see y'all successful. Stop fucking beefing with each other, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, as a white person, I know that is literally what they want to see you doing. That's literally what they want to see you doing. Like, they are evil. Like, it's a reason why they don't want y'all to get certain jobs. It's a reason why they hate y'all so bad. It's a reason why they threaten by y'all so bad. It's a reason why they want y'all in poverty. They want y'all sick. It's a reason why these doctors is doing what they're doing. It's a reason why they keep putting all these fast food restaurants in the fucking hood, bitch. They're trying to kill y'all.
And like I said, this is what she's saying is, it's nothing new. But I like to respond to videos like this when you have Edomites, pretty much telling on themselves, man. All right, because it's the spirit anyway. All right, the Lord said he will cause their own tongue to fall upon themselves, man. All right, the scriptures also talk about how their children shall complain of an ungodly father. Let's get that too. All right, because she's going into pretty much white people are the root of why society as a whole is struggling. Yeah, they're the root of all the world's problems, man. As she's saying, I'm gonna start it back up, but let me just get that about how's it say their children shall complain of ungodly fathers, right? Because these Edomites see, a lot of them don't want to admit it, but they know what time it is, man. All right, they know that they're the root problem of everything that's going on in the planet Earth, man. But they like to use, this shit with Jake to try to paint him as the face of terrorism and the problem of the earth, and it's really them. All right, a lot of shit they talk about is really projection. All right, they're the problems of the earth, man. And you're gonna hear more of it, but anyway, let me get to the scriptures, right? Just come to mind, right? Sirach or Ecclesiastes 41. Okay. This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 41. and straight to the point. Verse 5, and it reads, it says, Sirach 41:5, the children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant are in the Salaki, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. Verse 6, Sirach 41:6, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. All right, because Esau's seed is going to be completely cut off according to prophecy, man. Okay, verse 7, the children will complain of an ungodly father because they should be reproached for his sake. Right, and that's pretty much what's happening here. You got a lot of these Edomites that get online and they start really telling you the truth about the problems that their race are causing as a whole, man. You know, going into how they lied about the image of the Lord, and you know, how they, you know, pretty much falsified history. You know, you got a lot of content out there, these Edomites just letting it, you know, just putting it out. You know, and we all know, as we've done lessons on these type of topics before, but we know it's deeper than so-called melanin and skin color. All right, it's beyond, this hatred goes beyond you being, you know, a so-called black person, man. All right, it all goes back to who you truly are according to the Bible, man. As the saints of the Most High, as the sons of God, the Israelites, man. Okay, this is what it's all about. Okay, these nations know who you are, and the hatred that they have for you, Jakes, goes deep, man. All right, and these devils will do anything in their power to keep you from prospering, man, from coming up. All right, because they know in the spirit that you're just naturally a greater people. All right, so it's like, so what we're saying here, there's a lot of complaints, there's a lot of videos, content going out here, pretty much just exposing the truth of the true nature of these Edomites, how they think, how they feel, you know, their true motives when it comes to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic. All right, and this is all the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? That's doing this. Sirach 41:6 again, Sirach 41:7. Again, the children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. And right now, this is the worst time in history to be an Edomite right now. Okay, the Edomite is on the hot seat worldwide, man. All right, you see what's going on with the presidency, this government, this entire system. All right, what so-called white supremacy has done to the planet Earth and the people. Right, it's a horrible look for the so-called white man right now, man. Right, verse 8, Sirach 41:8. Woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High God. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. Right. So again, Scripture says, Job 27, if his children be multiplied, they're being multiplied for the sword, man. All right, so that day of reckoning is upon these Edomites, man. Right, and now, and you know, the scriptures say in Job how they would seek to please the poor. Let me get that too. That came to mind. You know, they want to pander to Jake. You know, want to try to have a clean slate. You know, but it ain't gonna work. You know, all you Edomites are getting ready to receive judgment by the Lord, by Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. As a nation, right? You benefited off the destruction and the slavery and the genocide and the oppression of the Lord's people, man. You know, you all gonna pay. Let me go there real quick. Job, what was I saying? Job 20, and we'll go back to the video, Salakia. Right? Just thinking about these scriptures here. All right, Job 20. Right? I gotta start up. So this is Job 20 and 5, and we'll read down to the point. Job 20 and 5, and it reads, it says that the triumphing of the wicked, Job 20 and 4, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, right? And his time is short. As we read that definition to he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. All right, we read that in the NLT. that we were given into his hand for a time, and to a dividing a time, man. So that time that we've been under this man's oppression is pretty much done, right? So the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. All right, he's had his time. Though his excellency mounteth to the heavens, and his head reacheth unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Job 20:9. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him, right? So these scriptures right here all deal with the fact of how the Lord is going to get rid of the house of Esau, man. All right? He's going to eradicate his bloodline, man. All right? Verse 10, his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore the good. So this is kind of what I was thinking about, how she's pretty much, letting you know what it is, so she could be in a good light with Jake, and that's what they do. The Most High has a spirit on these Edomites to pretty much bear it all out. All right, to let you know how he really thinks, how they really feel about you tribes, what they really want to see happen to you, right? Why they harass you, why they constantly fuck with you, all right? But anyway, let's get back to it, right? Let's go back from the beginning.
White people love to sit here and run with this fucking whole black on black crime narrative shit, but it's never white on white crime. It's never white on women crime. It's never white on kids crime. We know how y'all be with them damn kids. It's never white on black crime.
Yeah. Right. And we know exactly how you Edomites get down with these kids. And that's really been the highlight of your downfall too. All right? All the graping that's going on, the trafficking and shit. All right? The unaliving the children. Right? You've been seeing, but you've been seeing Jake get caught up in that shit too. But we understand that Esau is the culprit, man. He's the fucking ringleader behind all of this nasty shit you see going on, man. All right? Because the nigga will be quick to throw out Diddy or some shit like that. All right, Diddy is a small fry in the grand scheme of things, man. All right, we talking about organized crime that involves this shit, man. Which your federal people are involved. All right, your police, everybody, Hollywood. It's all one big circle of life. All right, so we know how this shit works. Anyway, let's go on.
White people love to sit here and run with this fucking whole black on black crime narrative shit, but it's never white on white crime. It's never white on women crime. It's never white on kids crime. We know how y'all be with them damn kids. It's never white on black crime. It's literally black and brown people being hunted right now. And they always have been. By the police, by these ICE agents. There are underage girls that are detained right now, coming up pregnant. Black people are being found hanging from motherfucking trees in 2026. But when it does come to the whole black on black crime thing, black people, y'all have to realize that when you are beefing with each other, that's what they want. That's literally what they want. They hate to see y'all supporting each other. They hate to see y'all having a good time. They hate to see y'all educating yourselves. They hate to see y'all successful. Stop fucking beefing with each other, bro. I'm telling you right now, as a white person, I know that is literally what they want to see you doing. That's literally what they want to see you doing. They are evil. It's a reason why they don't want y'all to get certain jobs. It's a reason why they hate y'all so bad. It's a reason why they threatened by y'all so bad. It's a reason why they want y'all in poverty. They want y'all sick. It's a reason why these doctors is doing what they're doing. It's a reason why they keep putting all these fast food restaurants in the fucking hood, bitch.
Yeah. That's he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. This is all part of what she's saying. All right, this is the hell that we talk about often. This is why we are in dire need of rest. Okay, rest is soon to come by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Let me get that real quick too. All right, just thinking out loud, it's over for this shit, man. We're tired, we're vexed. And in the spirit, we know we almost out of here, man. This shit is almost over, man. These Edomites, all these nations, they gonna pay. All these nations that have had a hand in our captivity, our oppression, that aided our destruction, all right, they're all going to be paid back. All right, Isaiah 14, right? Let me get that. Right? Isaiah 14, right? My sword ripped out. Hold on, let me grab it in my phone. My page is ripped, so I can't read it from there. All right, let's go to Isaiah 14. Let me pull it up in the phone here. Bear with me. Isaiah 14 in verse 1, and it reads, "For the Lord, Yahweh Shai, will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land," right? "And the strangers shall be joined unto them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob," the Israelite foreigners. All right, you got Jake scattered amongst the nations that are hearing this word and that is subscribing to this doctrine, that know that this is the true 100% doctrine. Okay? It says, verse 2, "And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, for servants and handmaids." All right, we're going to have slaves in the kingdom of heaven. All right? And you Jakes out there that know you Israelites, you need to deal with it, man. All right? Stop being so goddamn emotional, man. Were we not slaves on this side? Is not the Lord a just power? Is he not a balanced power? So as we served, our enemies are going to serve us, as it is written. For it says, "Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors." So the people that's oppressing us on this side right now, we're going to rule over them in the kingdom of heaven with a rod of iron. All right? Verse 3, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh Shai, shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve." You see that? That's talking about here right now. Okay? We're soon to enter into the rest, all right, where there's not going to be any more fear. There ain't going to be no more oppression and hard bondage, man. We're going to truly rest as a people, man. No more fear, no more dread, no more, you know, how does it tell you in the curses, Deuteronomy 28, how we would be in fear for our lives day and night? Okay? Scripture say in Deuteronomy 33 that Israel shall dwell in safety alone, man. Okay? We're going to truly have rest from this captivity, all right? NLT, Isaiah 14:3, "In that wonderful day, when the Lord gives his people rest from sorrow and fear from slavery and chains." Woo, man, let me read that again. Isaiah 14:3, NLT, "In that wonderful day, when the Lord, Yahweh Shai, gives his people rest from sorrow and fear from slavery and chains." Okay? This is the rest that we're looking for, man. That's bound to happen here. Okay, because hey, this shit it's tired, man. It's time for us to go home, man. Right? Let's go.
Hate to see y'all supporting each other. They hate to see y'all having a good time. They hate to see y'all educating yourselves. They hate to see y'all successful. Stop fucking beefing with each other, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, as a white person, I know that is literally what they want to see you doing. That's literally what they want to see you doing. Like, they are evil. Like, it's a reason why they don't want y'all to get certain jobs. It's a reason why they hate y'all so bad. It's a reason why they threaten by y'all so bad. It's a reason why they want y'all in poverty. They want y'all sick. It's a reason why these doctors is doing what they're doing. It's a reason why they keep putting all these fast food restaurants in the fucking hood, bitch. They're trying to kill y'all. And then y'all love to run with the whole absent father thing in the black community when that has literally been statistically.
And if you can't see that by now, that hey, then you just gonna be destroyed. If you can't see that these Edomites are trying to wipe us off the earth, then hey, you gonna be destroyed, man. All right? Ain't no way in hell you can't see that by now, man. With all these things that are happening, things that are being said, the reports that's going out by the prophets, man. Right? Here we go. Car tripping. There we go.
Certain jobs. It's a reason why they hate y'all so bad. It's a reason why they threatened by y'all so bad. It's a reason why they want y'all in poverty. They want y'all sick. It's a reason why these doctors is doing what they're doing. It's a reason why they keep putting all these fast food restaurants in the fucking hood, bitch. They're trying to kill y'all. And then y'all love to run with the whole absent father thing in the black community when that has literally been statistically proven that black fathers are more present. And do you know how many of us grew up with two present white parents, but we're fucking traumatized? Like, just because it's a motherfucker that's present in the house. Just because you're present doesn't mean that you're present, okay? There are parents that are emotionally absent, mentally absent, emotionally and mentally abusive, verbally and physically abusive. And raise your hand if you've ever been molested by white men growing up. Yeah, great, not my father, but still. And because I was exposed to the things that I was exposed to as a child, because certain things happened to me as a fucking child, I spent years thinking that type of treatment was love. And I take accountability as an adult for staying in certain situations that I know I shouldn't have stayed. But at the end of the day, I would have never even gravitated towards people like that if I had a fucking healthy upbringing. So my point is, the root of all my problems starts with a white man. Okay? And it is the same thing in the black community. A majority of their generational fucking curses, bro, that they need to break and the things that they struggle with is because of white supremacy. We are all struggling because of white people. Literally, all of us. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color, race, religion, whatever you are. We are literally all struggling because white people don't know how to mind their business. They don't know how to not colonize. They don't know how to not rape. They don't know how to not genocide. Bro, they don't know how to not enslave people. Like, all...
Yeah, I got to get that, right? You know, he's the wicked and violent man. That's all he knows. They can't help but to enslave and oppress and destroy and steal and murder and pillage. All right, and rewrite history and shit. This is this is the spirit, right? That's what Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. Let me go there. You know, everything she's saying can be backed up with the word, man. You know, Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. Let me go there. All right, bear with me. Excuse me. This is Habakkuk the 2nd chapter. Right? Habakkuk 2 and 5, and it reads, Habakkuk 2 and 4, and it reads, but his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. All right? It's talking about Esau Edom. The soul that he has within him is not upright. This is why he is the wicked. Okay? Not a righteous bone in his body. But the just shall live by his faith. Verse 5, Habakkuk 2 and 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, all right, which is those wicked philosophies, right? Those wicked ideologies contrary to the Most High. I did the lesson a few weeks ago, a couple weeks back, where you had Jake here. I guess he had like a little call-in talk show, and he was pretty much flaming his Edomite up. And he was talking about how pretty much all the shit that's pushed, whether it be through right-wing, left-wing, Democrat, Republican, it's all Edomite culture. All right? He was flaming that Edomite up. All right? All the homosexuality, all that shit that's pushed, transformism, all these weird-ass laws and decrees, right? This is all through Esau. Okay? That's all part of the wines and the philosophies that come out of America, man, by the Edomites. All right, so this is what he pushes across the world. All this anti-Messiah, rhetoric and laws and decrees, you know. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and as of death, right? She was saying, you know, white people can't help but to kill, steal, and destroy, oppress, murder. He said all the problems that are happening in the planet Earth is through Edomite supremacy. And this has been a ongoing topic by the prophets for a long time, man. You know? It says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied. They can't be satisfied, man. Here it is. This man is ruling the planet Earth through the sword, and he still ain't satisfied, man. He got everything he want. He got the resources, he got the money, he got the people in captivity. Still not satisfied, man. He want to have your soul, right? He want to control your soul through a fucking microchip, man. Through nanotechnology, right? He wants the universe. He thinks he's gonna fucking colonize Mars and other planets, you know? He's never satisfied, man. Okay? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And he's literally done that. What are they pushing now? A new world order. Right? Where everybody's gonna be one people. All right? One language, right? Serving under one God, all right? Everything, man. This is what he's trying to push. His transhumanism shit, you know? There you have it. Let's go back.
Is the root of all my problems starts with a white man, okay? And it is the same thing in the black community. A majority of their generational fucking curses, bro, that they need to break and the things that they struggle with is because of white supremacy. We are all struggling because of white people. Literally, all of us. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color, race, religion, whatever you are. We are literally all struggling because white people don't know how to mind their business. They don't know how to not colonize. They don't know how to not rape. They don't know how to not genocide. Bro, they don't know how to not enslave people. Like, all of the problems that we have today is literally because of white people. We are collectively struggling because of white people. I really do not understand what the fuck is so hard for y'all mongoloids to fucking understand that. Like, I really don't. It's no way that you are still this uneducated. It is 2026. Stop watching Fox News. Fucking retards. Oh my God, y'all get me so mad. Bitch, I need a new toy.
We should do about the epidemic of black crime in our country.
Yeah. That's let me get something real quick. Revelation 6 and 4. These Edomites are the root of all the problems in the planet Earth, man. And the world knows that. Okay? Except these damn devils. They don't want to deal with the facts, you know. They don't want to deal with the reality, you know. And this is why the world is crashing right before them. And they can't deal with it. Revelation 6 and 4. And it reads, it says, and there went out another horse that was red, all right, which is tied back to Esau, Edom. He would be that red horse. The Edomite power structure, right? And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, right? So again, like you were saying, Edomite supremacy is the problem of the planet Earth, man. Is the cause of all the world's problems, man. All right? The reason why you got, you know, toxic air is for fucking Edomites, man. The reason why the ocean and the marine life is destroyed is because of the Edomite supremacy. Okay? All of that. I mean, the reason why the food is fucked up and people are dropping dead is through Edomite supremacy, man. Hell, look what just happened with Fauci. The lesson we did yesterday. And brothers have been doing all week. All right? These devils duped you, all you dummies out there, to take the snake piss, man. Now you running around with fucking monkey DNA. All right? You running around with AIDS, HIV. Okay? You running around with fucking crab blood up in you. Baby aborted fetus cells. All right? Car engine oil, all types of shit in your body, man. But you was the main one. Don't tell me what's in it. Just give it to me so I can go back to live my fucking life. Now look at you. Blood clots, all that, all the stuff we showed y'all, man. But what was that behind? Edomite supremacy, man. All right? And see, you, and not to rant, but I've been noticing too, that a lot of you Edomites out there, you so-called white people, you're trying to disassociate yourself from proclaiming your true identity as the Edomites, man. Because a lot of you so-called European and American white people, you're trying to say, oh, it was the JEWs that did all this shit. Well, guess what? You and the JEWs are Edomites. Y'all are the same people, man. Y'all love to try to separate yourselves okay, well, you know, I'm European, I'm an American white person, and that's the JEWs. Nah, y'all are the Edomites, man. All right, and you can't disassociate yourself. You can't remove yourself from that, man. Right? So deal with it, man. You are the Edomites, the biblical Edomites, man, and you have been revealed in these last days, man. That's the point. You're not getting away from it, man. No more running. All right? But anyway, the point is, again, Edomite supremacy is the problem, man. Everything that's fucked up in this world is because of y'all, man. And you're not going to sit up here and try to blame Jake as the root of all evil. It's you goddamn devils. It ain't nothing you can do. That's why we read. Let me get that in. I was quoting it as we read Job, the 20th chapter, about, you know, how the triumphing of the wicked is short, right? Because his little season is up. All right, let me get that in Revelation 20 real quick, just thinking out loud. Revelation 20 in 7. And it reads, matter of fact, let me go to 3 and jump to 7, all right? This is Revelation 20 and 3. It says, and cast him into the bottomless pit, all right, which is Europe, all right, for his lack of natural resources, and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed for a little season, right? And we've done lessons going into this, man. You had the Dark Ages. All right, we went into that, you know, the Dark Ages, how the wild men, you know, I did a few lessons going into that. The wild men and Jake, you know, Jake was warring with Esau back then during the Dark Ages and all of that. You know, had Esau bound for that 1,000 years, right? Until that 1,000 years was ended, and then the Lord pretty much allowed Esau to get back in power, right? Which is known as the Renaissance era, or the Renaissance period, man. Really going back to about the 1300s on forward, you know, Esau got back in power, changed the images of the prophets, the saints to the Lord, to white people, burned the images, changed history. Okay, he did that, right? It said that he must be loose for a little season. So he was loose for that little season, and now the time is up. Let me jump to verse 7. Revelation 20 and 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, verse 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations. And that's what he did. All right. Going back to the Renaissance period, man. He took the so-called, you know, Russian icons, the images that were originally painted as black people, you know, the Messiah, the prophets. He changed them white, changed the names, blasphemed the name of the Lord, the Heavenly Father and Son, blasphemed the name of his people, the angels and all of that. You know, he pushed his pharmakia, his witchcraft, his sorcery amongst the world, his idolatry, his pseudoscience. That's all part of him deceiving the nations. And he did that, right? It says, Revelation 20 and 8, and should go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together. Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. So we're at that point. So as he deceived the nations through his wickedness, his lies, his witchcraft, his sorcery, now we're at the point of that great battle with Gog and Magog, which today would be the Russians, man. So the Lord is using Gog, Magog, the Medes, all right, the Russians, to eliminate this Edomite hegemony, man. And we're at that point now. So you see how the timing is perfect. You know, the Lord allowed him to be loosed for that little season, and now we're at the point of his destruction, where he will be no more. You see? That's right, brother. He lied to the whole world. It literally, hey, and that's heavy too, not the rap, but it's heavy. You know, you come into the truth and you realize that these people lied about everything, man. Literally everything. Like you really have to start over and rebuild yourself in the spirit. You found out this man lied about history. He lied about every goddamn thing. His whole existence is a lie. You see? But anyway, let me play this last clip here, and then we'll get more scriptures, not to rant. You know. Here we go.
Fucking retards. Oh my god, y'all get me so mad. Bitch, I need a Newport.
We should do about the epidemic of black crime in our country.
Okay, so I just spent like an hour talking to a misogynist, and I'm going to spend another hour talking to a racist. Well, I actually have a question in return to you. What are we going to do about the epidemic, about the over-arrest and over-incarceration rate of innocent black people in America?
They're not innocent.
So, you know this first stat, okay? I know you do, because it plays into your racist tropes all the time. The population, what percent of it is black?
13.
13, 14. You were one off, 14%. And out of all of the exonerations in the American criminal justice system, what percentage of them are of black people?
That I don't know, but I'm sure it's the exact right amount, maybe. If it's
86%. Black people account for 14% of the American population. Meanwhile, they account for over 86% of the exonerations in the criminal justice system.
Come on, man. 86%. So it's a lot of our people who have been unjustly arrested and locked up. You see what I'm saying? Is this not hell on earth? You see? This is why, hey, this is why we're in the time. Hey, the scriptures say that. Isaiah 42. Let me get that real quick. This is why we got to get the fuck out of here, man. Right? Isaiah 42. Okay. Excuse me. Isaiah 42 and 22. And it reads, it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. All right? This people is talking about is you Israelites. So-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, Hispanics. This is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. Right? And they are hid in prison houses. Right? Going back to the curses, man. Snared in holes, hid in prison houses, man. Jake is literally in prison in mind, in spirit, and also physically in prison, man. This system, this wicked ass so-called justice system, man, which ain't no true justice exercised in his land, right? So Esau has our people, Esau be locking our people up for all types of shit, man, right? And this has been the history since we were brought over here, man. From slavery, from the Jim Crow era, all right, to the crack epidemic and all of that shit. What was the what's his name? Bush, when he put them laws down. Clinton, when they put those laws down to lock Jake up. All right, it's always been like that, man. You know, it says they are for a prey and none delivereth, for a spoil and none saith restore. Right, because nobody's truly fighting for the plight of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanic. All right, this is why we need Yahweh Shai. Verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this, who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? So the Lord is the one that put us through this, man, because we sinned against him. All right? We fell away from him. Therefore, he put us in captivity and underneath these curses. Right? For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient to his law. All right, so this is what happened to us, man. All right, verse 25, Isaiah 42 and 25. Therefore, he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger. All right, which is pretty much, you know, the curses, us being conquered by the nations, going into captivity. Right, losing our heritage, our language, nationality. All right, becoming dry bones, you know. And he have poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of the battle, and have set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. All right. Let me go back to them scriptures dealing with the rest. All right. But you get it, man. He shall wear out the saints in the Most High. Right. We would be harassed constantly. Constantly vexed and oppressed. All right, plagued in the mind, you know, all the shit our people go through in this captivity, man. Right, this is why we need rest. Let me get that in Jeremiah. Had that on deck too. Jeremiah chapter 30. right? And this is these scriptures and having us understanding, as I said before, this gives us comfort, man. A lot of our people don't understand why these things are happening to us. Why are we going through these atrocities as a nation? Right? We have the understanding why. We have the answers. Right? Therefore, that gives us the comfort. You know, where we ain't bugging out and losing our minds and fucking, you know, want to commit suicide and shit like that, you know? Because Jake be crashing out. But that's because they lack the comfort, man. The comforter. You know? The spirit of understanding. Jeremiah chapter 30. And part of that comfort as well is what? Is that we're going to get recompense. All right? The Lord said that we're going to get payback. You know? These, even through... Hey, we understand these devils are prideful, man. But through their pride, they're not going to get away, man. You know? Through that pride comes sudden destruction, man. So right now, the Lord is really allowing these Edomites to be fattened up through the Spirit for that great slaughter. You know? Jeremiah 30. Okay? Jeremiah 30, and I'm going to start at Jeremiah 30 and 10, and it reads, Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord. Neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee afar. And who's been scattered afar? All right, the Israelites, man, to the four corners of the earth. I will save thee from far, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. Right? Where are we at? Babylon the Great. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. All right, that's true rest. We're not gonna worry about no damn Edomites and no heathen trying to take over the land, putting us in captivity, man. Right? Verse 11. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee. Yet will I not make a full end of thee. You see that? Because the Lord always had a remnant that he dealt with. He always preserved an elect. But I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. And the Lord did this. He did that, man. He said, I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished, man, because the Lord he's having mercy upon us, man. He's going to restore that remnant, that elect. Okay, that's who's gonna receive salvation on this side, man. 2/3 of our people ain't gonna make it. So we pray that we are part of that first fruits, man. That's gonna be delivered out of here soon to come. In whom the Lord is gonna have mercy upon. Right? Let me get this too. Right? Just dealing with more scriptures, dealing with the rest. Right? Zephaniah. You know? Zephaniah, was it chapter 2? No, Zephaniah 3. Right? Zephaniah 3 and 19, and it reads, Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. All right. So the Lord is going to restore our name, our title, our position. Okay. And that's happening in the spirit now. All right. These nations are admitting who we really are. All right. We ain't no fucking African Americans. We not black, Afro-American, Latinos, Spanish, Native Americans. All right. We are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. Right? And that's being acknowledged via the Spirit. Okay? So that praise and fame is already beginning to bubble up, so to speak, man. But this is dealing really with the kingdom. How the Lord's gonna refresh that our status, our position as the kings of the world, the kings of the universe, you know, the people of God. Verse 20. Zephaniah 3 and 20, at that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, save the Lord, right? So, hey, it's almost done, man. What can we say? All right, let's grab another one. All right, yes, man. Shit. This is Isaiah 32. That's a good one right there. Isaiah 32 and 17, right? Isaiah 32 and 17, it says, in the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness, quietness and assurance forever. Verse 18, and my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings, in quiet resting places, right? Come on, man. The Lord said we're going to have a peaceable habitation. That's the kingdom, man. Right? It ain't going to be no more crying and suffering, man. Right? Let me get that. Like Juvenile said, ain't no more crying, no more suffering. Right? Straight up. What's that, Revelation 20? You know? Because as a people, we suffering, man. Nobody has suffered like we have suffered, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, man. Right? It's Revelation 21. Right? Revelation 21 and I start at the top. Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Verse 2, I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, right? So this is talking about the elect, all right, coming back down with those new spiritual bodies, all right? Because at this point, we're going to be in the second covenant, man. We're going to be perfected, coming back on the earth in those new God-like bodies, man, all right? This not talking about an actual golden city coming down from space like they show you in the images dealing with this verse, right? They'll show you like a big square gold city descending down from space inside the earth, right? This is actually talking about the people of the Lord, man. New Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the people before a place, all right? So that's what it's talking about. It says, verse 3, And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. So this confirms what verse 2 is saying. This is showing you that this is the body of the elect. All right? That the house of David. All right? That governing body. The tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. Verse 4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there should be no more death. All right, because at that point, death is going to be defeated. You know, 1 Corinthians 15. How's it go? Where, oh death, where's thy sting? You know, where's the grave? I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? Because at that point, we're going to be perfected. The law, statutes, commandments are going to be in our inward parts, man. The Lord said he was going to give us he was going to take away the stony heart and give us a heart of flesh. All right? We're going to be just like Yahweh Shem Shai. 1 John, I think it's 1 John, the 3rd chapter. All right? He's going to transform us into a God, to gods, just like he is. You know? In Revelation 21 and 4, and the Most High shall wipe away tears from their eyes, and there should be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. For the former things are passed away. That's what's coming. All right? That's the rest we looking for, man. No more pain, no more sorrow, no more crying, no more death. Okay? That's the promise of Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? Quick precept, Isaiah 25 to that verse. All right? A quick precept to Revelation 21 and 4 is Isaiah 25 and 8. That's the precept. Isaiah 25 and 8, and it reads, He will swallow up death in victory, right? The precept to that is what? 1 Corinthians 15 verses 50 through 53, right? If you want to write that down, right? He should swallow up death in victory, and the Lord power will wipe away tears from off all faces. And the rebuke of his people shall he take away from all the earth, for the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has spoken it. There you go. This is all thus saith the Lord, man. So we need rest, man. Okay? How's it go? We had no continuing city. Let me get that. That comes to mind. What was it? Hebrews 12. Hold on. Hebrews. All right. We have no continuing city, because I want to read that in the blue letter too. Right. Hebrews. This is the book of Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 14, and it reads, "For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come." See that? So we know here, this ain't our rest. Okay? "For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come," and that's the kingdom of heaven. Okay? Jake, you got to understand, you're not going to receive rest. You're not going to have peace here. All right? You're not going to live your so-called best life here, man. All right? The Lord set us up here to endure our captivity, man. All right? This is our punishment. All right? Until we get released. All right? Let me just get that real quick in the NLT, or in the blue letter real quick. Excuse me. Hebrews 13, right? Bear with me 1 second. Hebrews 13, and that was verse 14, right? So Hebrews 13 and 14 NLT. So let us go. I'm sorry. Is this Hebrews 13? Yes, Hebrews 13 and 14, right? Hebrews 13, 14 NLT. "For this world is not our permanent home." Woo, see? Hebrews 13, verse 14. "For this world is not our permanent home." Jake, you got to understand that, man. This ain't the end all be all, man. Okay? "For this world is not our permanent home. We are looking forward to a home yet to come." You see? That's the kingdom. All right? This bullshit right here is pretty much done for, man. All right? We just got a little bit longer, man. Jake, continue to hold the line, man. Continue to endure. All right? Be patient, man. Okay? The Lord didn't forget us. Are you not reading the scriptures, man? The Lord said he didn't forget us. We just we gotta ride this shit out. After this captivity, that's it. Okay? No more. No more bitches. No more hoes. No more niggas. No more Edomites, heathens. No more tainted food. Okay? No more poisonous air. Fucked up water. No more of that, man. No more wars. No more, none of that. No more working. No more 9-to-5s. Okay? No more division amongst our people, man. You see what I'm saying? Niggas can't even get around each other without killing each other, man. Somebody getting beat the fuck up, stomped out, jumped. No more moles, no more transformers, no more masculine bitches, no more feminism, no more women ruling over you, no more bills. Yeah, that's right, brother. No more bills, right? No more paying rent, right? No more passports and driver's license. All that bullshit about to get burnt the fuck up, man. Right? You don't want that, Jake? You ain't right, man. You know, who wants to fucking stay here? You see? Let me read some more. Right? Hebrews 13:14. For here we have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. I just want to get that word for, I think it was continuing city, right? Right? No more continuing city. I believe is the word continuing. No, was that it? Hold on, bear with me. It was something pretty heavy. I remember bringing out, one of the brothers brought out on here before. Bear with me, I'm just looking. No more continuous city. Hold on. Let me get there. I bring out a couple more scriptures as well. And a continuous city. Is it city? Yeah. This is the word for city. In that word, in that verse, Hebrews 13:14, we have no continuous city. So the word city here, it goes into the Greek word polis or polis. It says one's native city, the city in which one lives, the heavenly Jerusalem. The point, it says, definition 2, of the visible capital in the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world by fire. Heavy. And that's what we just read in Revelation 21. All right, the heavenly city, New Jerusalem. That's really the elect. All right, coming down with those new godlike bodies. So like I said, the visible capital in the heavenly kingdom to come down to earth after the renovation of the world by fire. You see that? So once everything on this side is burnt the hell up, and it's time for the elect to come down on earth in those new bodies, that's the takeover. All right? At that point, that's the new kingdom that's going to be set up. All right? We're going to hunt down the elites, you know? Any survivors, put them into captivity and slavery. All right? The new kingdom is going to be built up, right? And from that point, that's where forever starts. See? So we seek a city to come. This ain't our rest. Micah 2:10, right? So let's get some more, right? And we'll wrap this up sooner or later. You know, just all the spirit, you know. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High, right? Let's grab something else. Let's go to there was one I was thinking about. Was it 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter? Right, hold on, I'm gonna get it. That's a good one too. 2nd Ezra 2 and 27-28. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness cometh, my servants shall have joy. Right? And that's what's gonna happen in a time of Jacob's trouble. All right, famines, plagues, diseases, war, all right, and everything else in between. The Lord's going to take care of his servants. He said, my servants shall eat and have drink. He's going to provide, right? Where's that one in 2nd Ezra? I think it's 2nd Ezra, the 8th chapter. Hold on, I'm just thinking out loud. Bear with me 1 second. That's right, brother. It's all over, man. It's all over. Yeah, they spilling the beans because they know it's done. You know, of course they want to be on the winning team. You know, of course they will want to switch up. You know, it's over for them. You know, this is 2nd Ezra 8. Oh yeah, that's a good one. This is the one I was looking for right here. 2nd Ezra 8. In verse, I start at 50 and read down. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So great miseries are coming upon these people, man. Whether they know it or not, whether they believe it or not. Verse 51. 2nd Ezra 8 and 51. But understand thou for thyself, and seek out the glory for such as be like thee. For unto you is paradise open. All right, that's the kingdom. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plentiness is made ready. A city is builded. Right? We have no continuous city, but we seek one to come. You see? It says the time to come is prepared. Plentiness is made ready. A city is builded, and rest is allowed. Ooh, man. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. All right, that's the victory right there, man. That's the kingdom. Verse 53, 2nd Ezra 8:53. The root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness in the mouth is hid from you, and corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten, man. See that? All this shit we got, all this shit that we had to go through and continue to go through is about to be forgotten, man. Right? It's gonna be like a bad dream. You know? It says, sorrows are past, right? Sorrows are past, and in the end, it showed the treasure of immortality. Because we're gonna live forever. All right? We're going to be like Yahweh Shemel Shah. We're going to be as gods. Okay? Verse 56. Verse 55. And therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. Right? Don't be worried about these niggas that's going to die, man. Don't be worried about 2/3, man. We ain't here to save all of Israel, man, to give this word to all Israel. You know, this word is for the elect, man. All right? The ones that's destined to receive it. All right, the 2/3, they're going to be reborn through the elect in the kingdom. And that's how the Lord is going to give mercy to all Israel, by allowing the 2/3 to come back through the 1/3, man, as the children of the elect. That's mercy, man. But right now, hey, we can give two shits about these niggas, man. Right now, these niggas are blaspheming the Lord and talking. Matter of fact, let me read on. 2nd Ezra 8:55 again, it says, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Right, we seeing that heavy right now, man. The incredulity. Niggas is blaspheming. Niggas are blaspheming on the Most High like there's no tomorrow, man. Every nigga is an atheist now. Every nigga is a so-called intellectual atheist now and shit like that, man. Really, these niggas are just dumb as hell. You know, they get on these videos thinking they sound smart, right? But the Lord got it where it looked. Their own mouth is condemning themselves, man. Hey, every outer word, man. Okay, these dumbass bitches on the internet talking shit all out of order. You know, Jake don't want to let go of fucking Pan-Africanism and being black and this Egyptian bullshit. You know, Jake want to be the biggest Muslim and Christian, you know. All this word out here, all this truth, all these videos, all the evidence that confirms what we saying in the spirit is true. Jake ain't trying to hear none of that shit. So let these niggas perish in vain. Right? Did not the Lord say that my people are Asadi's children? So let them have it. Right? 2nd Ezra 8. And 2nd Ezra 8:55, and therefore ask thou no more questions concerning the multitude of them that perish, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, right? Because they killed the prophets back then. And it's the same thing they're doing to us now through the slander and the lies and the false accusations. Verse 58. And said in their heart that there is no God. This is what these niggas say. And said in their heart that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die. See? So all these niggas that don't believe, the incredulity and, you know, the bullshit and the bullshit videos they put out there, all these niggas are gonna die. Right? All the unfaithful should die in the unfaithfulness. Reading on. Verse 59. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, So thirst and pain are prepared for them. See? Thirst and pain are prepared for these niggas, man. For it was not in his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them, and therefore is my judgment at hand. See? Verse 62, these things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee. See that? So the Lord, even dealing in his knowledge, all right? Not all men have access to what we have access to, man. Not all men can see the things that we see, right? But these things have I not shown unto all men, but unto thee, and few like thee, all right? The elect, the remnant. Then answered I and said, behold, O Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, now thou hast showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times, but at what time thou hast not showed me. You know, so we know that these judgments and disasters are coming. We can't tell you the time, but hey, through the measuring of the times and seasons, we know that we're very close. You see? But the point again is that hey, the rest from all of our sorrows and pain and sufferings is coming, man. All right? Let's see if there's anything else before we close it out, you know? Yeah, that's pretty much it, man, you know? So I'll play this video again and we'll close it from there. So I pray that this lesson was edifying, you know? So we'll play this video back and then we'll close it out.
White people love to sit here and run with this fucking whole black on black crime narrative shit, but it's never white on white crime. It's never white on women crime. It's never white on kids crime. We know how y'all be with them damn kids. It's never white on black crime. It's literally black and brown people being hunted right now. And they always have been. By the police, by these ICE agents. There are underage girls that are detained right now, coming up pregnant. Black people are being found hanging from motherfucking trees in 2026. But when it does come to the whole like black on black crime thing, black people, y'all have to realize that when you are beefing with each other, that's what they want. Like, that's literally what they want. They hate to see y'all supporting each other. They hate to see y'all having a good time. They hate to see y'all educating yourselves. They hate to see y'all successful. Stop fucking beefing with each other, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, as a white person, I know that is literally what they want to see you doing. That's literally what they want to see you doing. Like, they are evil. Like, it's a reason why they don't want y'all to get certain jobs. It's a reason why they hate y'all so bad. It's a reason why they threatened by y'all so bad. It's a reason why they want y'all in poverty. They want y'all sick. It's a reason why these doctors is doing what they're doing. It's a reason why they keep putting all these fast food restaurants in the fucking hood, bitch. They're trying to kill y'all. And then y'all love to run with the whole absent father thing in the black community when that has literally been statistically proven that black fathers are more present. And do you know how many of us grew up with two present white parents, but we're fucking traumatized? Like, just because it's a motherfucker that's present in the house. Just because you're present doesn't mean that you're present, okay? There are parents that are emotionally absent, mentally absent, emotionally and mentally abusive, verbally and physically abusive. And raise your hand if you've ever been molested by white men growing up. Yeah, great, not my father, but still. And because I was exposed to the things that I was exposed to as a child, because certain things happened to me as a fucking child, I spent years thinking that type of treatment was love. And I take accountability as an adult for staying in certain situations that I know I shouldn't have stayed. But at the end of the day, I would have never even gravitated towards people like that if I had a fucking healthy upbringing. So my point is, the root of all my problems starts with a white man. Okay? And it is the same thing in the black community. A majority of their generational fucking curses, bro, that they need to break and the things that they struggle with is because of white supremacy. We are all struggling because of white people. Literally, all of us. It doesn't matter where you're from, what color, race, religion, whatever you are. We are literally all struggling because white people don't know how to mind their business. They don't know how to not colonize. They don't know how to not rape. They don't know how to not genocide. Bro, they don't know how to not enslave people. Like, all of the problems that we have today is literally because of white people. We are collectively struggling because of white people. I really do not understand what the fuck is so hard for y'all mongoloids to fucking understand that. Like, I really don't. It's no way that you are still this uneducated. It is 2026. Stop watching Fox News. Fucking retards. Oh my god, y'all get me so mad. Bitch, I need a Newport.
We should do about the epidemic of black crime in our country.
Okay. Okay, so I just spent like an hour talking to a misogynist, and I'm going to spend another hour talking to a racist. Well, I actually have a question in return to you. What are we going to do about the epidemic, about the over-arrest and over-incarceration rate of innocent black people in America?
They're not innocent.
So, you know this first stat, okay? I know you do, because it plays into your racist tropes all the time. The population, what percent of it is black?
13.
13, 14. You were one off, 14%. And out of all of the exonerations in the American criminal justice system, what percentage of them are of black people?
That I don't know, but I'm sure it's the exact right amount, maybe. If it's
86%. Black people account for 14% of the American population. Meanwhile, they account for over 86% of the exonerations in the criminal justice system.
There you go. Like you say, she could be a Jake. You never know. But yeah, that's man. So yeah, so that's the point, man. We'll leave it there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying. And close it off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Shalom to the next one. Shalom.